Welcome aboard the Fundy Rose, everybody. I'm just pulling into St. John, and look at that there. That is the Irving Refinery, and this is where they bring oil from overseas, mostly Saudi Arabia, but also Nigeria. A couple years ago, I checked, it was about 130,000 barrels of overseas oil. I understand they actually bring natural gas there as well. Now, obviously, you still need these fuels, but why are we bringing them from abroad? We've got the third biggest supply of oil of any country on planet Earth. We have the most environmentally friendly and responsible energy sector, and we have the best workers. We should be bringing these jobs home. That means repealing Trudeau's anti-energy law, C-69, means rapidly approving LNG liquefaction plants. It means supporting Newfoundland's plan to more than double its production of oil so that the oil that comes here can come from Newfoundland rather than coming from overseas. This is a common sense plan to bring home our paychecks for our people in this country. Defund the dirty dictators abroad, produce responsible Canadian energy, and bring it home.
How does that not make sense exactly? It's because everything is surface, everything is veneer with a government, with a regime like the Trudeau regime. You know, it's like, oh, we're saving the planet by retarding, and I use that word intentionally, retarding our own ability to produce our own energy, right? And then bringing it in from overseas, from dirty dictatorships, as Poilievre says, right? That's the plan. It's all surface. It's all image. That's all it is. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. It's worse in terms of carbon because then you have to transport it here. It makes absolutely no sense, like anything does in a fucking far leftist government like we have in Canada. Again, oh, it's the Liberal Party. They're not liberals. They're far leftists. They're extreme leftists. I make this point every week. If you think that child sex changes are great, wonderful things, you're not moderate. Okay, that's extremism. That's far left extremism. That's far left radicalism. Okay, if you're for mass migration, that's not moderate. You know, liberal parties of the past weren't for bringing in 1 million people in 9 months. They would have said that was fucking crazy, right? That's not moderate. Okay, that's far left. That's radical. That's extreme left. And we can't call them liberals. We have to call them extreme far left, radical, whatever. Man, revolutionary, goddamn communist. Anyway, I think Pierre's making a great point there. Why shouldn't we do that? It makes perfect sense. It makes far more sense. It's actually better for the environment. But again, he doesn't get the environmental warm and fuzzies by doing the thing that looks to idiots like saving the planet. Let's see. Nevada says, we got enough problems for at least 50 years. Yeah. And it seems like Trudeau is just trying to jam as many problems in before he gets voted out as possible. Again, this is Canada. Part of the reason that Canada has been successful is that aside from his father, Pierre Elliott Trudeau, it's mostly kind of incremental changes you've seen. You know, you haven't seen anything that was so big that it could ruin the country. You didn't see that from Chrétien or Martin either, right? You didn't see things that were so big they could ruin the country. They could fuck up the country for decades. His father tried to do it, and Mulroney got things in hand, even though there's still a debt problem. But Justin Trudeau has accomplished it. I mean, we're talking decades. 50 years may not be an exaggeration on that. Nevada says, common sense, what the fuck is that? I know, we've forgotten in Canada. Anyway, what are people saying? That's why you will be PM, working for Canada. I love oil and gas. We should in Canada. We should. The world needs it. You know, people will starve to death if it's not there. Our new PM right there. Bring back Canadian ethical oil resources. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Canadians are really ready for a change. Fortunately, we're not going to get it for far too long. They'll buy foreign oil while crippling Canadian energy. It's about control, not ethics. They'd rather kneecap their own country than let Canadians thrive. The elites want you dependent and weak while they profit. Yeah. Trudeau doesn't care. He obviously, at this point, we can say he's not trying to fix any problems. He's not. He's in it for some other reason. I guess we have to ask Klaus Schwab. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. Please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribing really helps me out. I thank you for that. I will see you next time.